Imagine waking up in the morning, groggy, stretching, reaching for your phone, and there, mixed in with your normal photos, are strange, chilling images of yourself asleep. But these aren't selfies you don't remember taking, and they're not the kind your friends could have snapped as a prank. No, these photos are captured from impossible angles, like the ceiling above your bed or directly under your mattress, or even outside your bedroom window on the 15th floor of your apartment building. You blink at the screen, your heart pounding because the photos are crystal clear, perfectly lit, and you're undeniably in them, breathing softly, eyes closed, completely vulnerable. The real question isn't just who took them, but how could they even exist at all? At first, people would laugh it off, thinking it was just a glitch, maybe some weird augmented reality prank by the phone companies. But then more and more people would begin finding the same thing. Hundreds of us scrolling through our galleries and stumbling on these ghostly portraits of our most defenseless moments. The world would be shaken because it wouldn't matter who you were. Teenagers, parents, presidents, celebrities. Everybody's phones would hold these impossible images. And the angles, oh, they'd get stranger. A photo from the corner of the ceiling you've never been able to reach, or from inside your closet, or even from a perspective that suggests the photographer is floating just inches above your face. Fear would bloom, not just because of the violation of privacy, but because the laws of physics seem to be bending right in front of us. Scientists would rush to explain it. Some would suggest that phones had somehow tapped into quantum snapshots, capturing alternate realities where invisible observers existed. Others would argue that the cameras were pulling data from dimensions we can't perceive, like light bending through unseen layers of reality. Imagine a theory spreading that every sleeping human is being watched by something, and now our devices have begun revealing the evidence. Philosophers and religious leaders would weigh in, some calling it proof of guardian angels, others warning of demons, spirits, or entities beyond comprehension. But while the world debated, the emotional toll would be devastating. People would stop trusting their own bedrooms. Sleep itself would become terrifying, because every night felt like an audition for whatever invisible audience lurked just beyond the veil. Insomnia rates would skyrocket, and societies might even build sleep pods lined with mirrors, cameras, and sensors, as if technology could fight back against the unknown technology already haunting us. But then the photos would evolve. Imagine one night your phone shows not just a static image but a sequence, like a short clip of you tossing and turning, as if some invisible photographer is perfecting their craft. Some photos would show subtle, horrifying differences, your body in positions you never remembered being in, or your face wearing an expression that wasn't yours, almost like something else was trying you on for size. Some people would swear their photos showed them sleeping in places they'd never been. A bed they didn't own, a room with walls painted in colors they didn't recognize. The line between reality and imagination would blur, and paranoia would spread like wildfire. Governments would declare investigations, confiscating phones, but that would only deepen the suspicion. After all, if no one could explain it, then maybe no one could control it either. Soon an entire new industry would emerge. Black markets would trade in these photos as if they were collectibles, each one a terrifying slice of the impossible. Imagine scrolling through a forum where strangers compare their impossible angles like trophies. One from the perspective of a bird hovering midair, another from behind a locked door. The most disturbing images would become viral sensations. Photos where the sleeper wasn't alone, but had faint, shadowy figures standing nearby, their shapes blurred, their faces indiscernible. And if the whole world was being photographed at night, then someone or something was watching all of us. But to what end? Were we part of a vast cosmic experiment, a reality show for higher beings, or simply prey observed by predators we couldn't comprehend? The fear wouldn't just stay in bedrooms. It would bleed into every corner of daily life. People would start taping over their phone cameras, smashing their devices, or returning to old-fashioned landlines. But no matter what, the photos would keep appearing. Sometimes even printed out, left on pillows, slipped into wallets, mailed anonymously as if to remind us that we could never escape. The world would grow divided. Some insisting we were witnessing the first undeniable proof of another dimension, others claiming it was an elaborate global hoax. But deep down, everyone would share the same thought. If something out there can watch us while we're at our most helpless, and if it can bend the laws of space to record us from impossible perspectives, then maybe it's only a matter of time before the watching stops being passive. Maybe one night you'll open your phone and find not just a picture of yourself sleeping, but a picture of yourself waking up, eyes wide, staring straight at the camera, seconds before you ever open them. And then you'd know, whatever is out there isn't just observing anymore. It's already here waiting for you to notice.